My lips have swollen so much from the
was scary.
Welcome to the Real and Relatable podcast, where no topic is off limits. We're the girlfriends that keep it real and give you different perspectives, because we know one way isn't always the right way.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Real and Relatable podcast. I'm Ma.
I'm Elsie.
And before we get started, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. For today's episode, we will be talking about non-invasive cosmetic procedures, both, I will say, face and body. And before we start talking about it, I do want to put a disclaimer out there because if this is not the episode for you, please feel free to click away. This episode is really meant to just be informational in case you were ever curious about any of these procedures. This just kind of gives you information about it. This is a judge-free zone as well. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about the reasons why we did some of the procedures that we did, but I will just point out there that for me, I am very much a try everything once.
She loves to experiment.
Yeah. Twice if it's nice. But I am very much a human guinea pig when it comes to trying something. That's why I do a lot of things that I do. You may or may not agree with them, and you don't have to. But again, this is really just meant to be informational. I will give some prices. I don't know if you remember any of your prices, but
No.
If we do remember them, then we'll include them. Let's go ahead and get started.
Let's jump in.
All right. So the first thing we'll talk about is Botox.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we've both done Botox.
Yep.
So I'll let you go first about where you've gotten your Botox.
Yeah, I've gotten it in my forehead, in the, what is this?
Crow's feet?
The crow's feet and my masseters. It was an interesting experience.
And why did you decide to do it?
I don't know. People keep saying it's to prevent wrinkles, right? So we have a friend of a friend, a mutual friend, and she does it. She's an esthetician.
She's an injector. I guess you can just say she's an injector.
Okay. So she was able to do it on us, and I figure, okay, she's her friend. So I trust my friends, and I trust her, so let's give it a shot. I don't mind the crow's feet, I guess. I feel like over time with the forehead, I did start to notice like a little bump or two bumps here. So,
and you said it wasn't there before.
Honestly, I don't feel like it was there before. It wasn't noticeable before. So yeah, your body processes these chemicals differently. So I feel like maybe they kind of like settled in that area, and it makes me feel kind of like I have horns. So I don't want to do it again. I don't know if it's just my imagination.
Or
though.
Maybe you just rounded too much afterwards. And
maybe. That's true. That's true. Something happened, but it makes it's flattening out now.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
that's good.
Yeah. But
are you doing anything to flatten it out though? Like are you doing a gua sha?
Yeah, I'm doing gua sha. And gua sha I love. So I feel like maybe that's gonna help with the wrinkles, and I don't really need Botox. Who knows? But I mean the lines under my eyes and the crow's feet are coming a little bit, so I might continue to do those. I don't know. We'll see. Kind of scares me that it might migrate with the Botox. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I haven't heard about Botox migrating.
Okay.
I've heard about fillers migrating.
Okay.
But we'll talk about fillers next.
And masseters, I actually really like that. Okay. I think most people wouldn't notice, but I do feel like I use this jaw all the time, and not so much this jaw. So I feel like this is a little bit more square while this is softer. And so when she injected more on this side to soften this more to like, what does it do? It like relaxes the muscles. So this kind of softened up more to match this side. So I feel like my face is a little bit more symmetrical. Most people probably won't notice it, but I notice. Okay. And I think intuitively, because when you take your photo, you like one side better than the other.
Is that your favorite side?
I think so.
Okay. I feel like you don't have a favorite side because I think all the times you're taking photos, you just kind of
why? Because I don't know how to take photos. I'm just like, picture, okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my experience with Botox. I agree with you. Try once and see if you like it.
Like you said, crow's feet is the one that you may think about doing in the future. What about your
masseters? I would continue to do. But I think I would just need like once a year maybe now.
Okay.
Just to kind of maintain it.
Yeah. My understanding is that Botox lasts anywhere between 4 to 6 months. Mm-hmm. And then you have to go back and redo it to quote unquote maintain it. I mean, the last time I got Botox was a year ago at
Yeah.
this point I think for both of us.
Exactly. And I feel like it still looks really good. So I don't need to do like every 6 months and 4 to 6 months. I think that's a little bit excessive for me or how my body's processing it.
I think that's important too, to not be excessive about it, because there was a girl on TikTok who talked about how she got regular masseter Botox.
Oh.
And it caused her to end up having like a square face.
Oh my gosh.
Because what happened was these muscles became so relaxed that all the muscles around it started working overtime to account for like the weak muscles that she had here. So then she somehow created this weird square-like jaw.
Oh my goodness, that's scary.
Yeah, so I think it's fine to do, but maybe just don't overdo it.
Yeah.
For our Botox, I did do the masseters. I only did once. I will be really honest, I didn't really notice the difference.
Really? Why did you decide to do it then? Did you feel like there was some asymmetry too? Or
the doctor recommended it. Okay, so I really went in for Botox because I saw it on TikTok that you can do Botox on your nostrils.
Oh yeah.
So that it doesn't flare as much. And I think I have a wide nostril, so I wanted to try it because I don't want to do rhinoplasty. So I was like, okay, maybe this is a good alternative. So went in for that. Then she was like, well, if you wanted to do your masseters, you could. She said kind of the same thing. Like, and this isn't our friend. I went into an actual doctor's office here in LA. She said that I think my right side is where I chew the most. So she can tell that the muscle is very tense there. So I was like, well, I'm here, so let's just do it. So that's why I did it. So they did take before and after photos. And so when I went in for my trap Botox, she showed me the before and after photos. And I guess in the photos you can see the difference of the slimming of the face.
Yeah.
But I guess me personally, I didn't really notice the difference because I don't have a really strong like square jaw or anything like that. So I guess that's why I didn't notice.
Yeah.
And I don't really care to do it again anyways.
Yeah, if you didn't notice the difference.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, well, we'll try it. I'm here. So let's just do it.
You would notice if you have a very masculine jaw that you inherited from your father.
I never thought you had a strong jawline like that, though. Yeah, but again, I don't really notice it unless it's like very like she has like the person has a really square jaw. Then I can see the difference in the masseters, but I wouldn't do the masseters again. The nostrils, I will do again.
Really?
Yeah.
You noticed the difference?
No, not really.
Okay. Then why would you do it again?
I don't know. I'm just magically thinking that somehow it's just going to shrink away.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if it does that. Okay.
I will notice that because, when you first get it done, everything feels very stiff, right? Like it's stiff. So when I first got it done on my nostrils, it did feel that way. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I
like that moving.
Yeah. Yeah. When I smile, it doesn't flare out. And, when I talk, it doesn't flare out. So then I liked it. But then, it wears off, But again, I also don't want to do it too much either because what if something goes wrong and then now my nose looks even worse than it did before?
Gosh. Scary.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know. Like again, I'd probably be like you. I maybe do it once a year. Yeah. Just because.
Yeah. 6 months, every 9 months, something like that.
Yeah.
To just like allow it to really fully wear off or gets close to wearing off and then try the new batch,
And for all I know, once I get to a certain age, I might not even care anymore. I might just be like, you know what? This is just the pace I'm going to live with.
These are just personal insecurities. Yes. Most people would not notice, right? And so these are like our own issues.
Yeah. My nose has always been my own insecurity from a past relationship. And I talked about it in a previous episode, so we're not going to go back down that path. Yeah, so it's always just kind of been an insecurity of mine ever since then.
Crazy.
And I mean, like I said, in those episodes, I never thought anything was wrong with me before that. But now I can't get it out of my head, okay? So now it's just there, okay? I can't help it. It's just there.
I feel like maybe you should retell the story, though.
The what?
The nose story, what happened,
Oh, yeah. So, I was dating a guy. Getting to know their parents is a big deal, right? And especially in the Asian culture, having fair skin, having a having Eurocentric features was also a very important thing. So when his mom met me, she didn't like the way I looked. She thought my nose was too big, too flat. I was too dark, and I was short. So all things working against me. The only thing she appreciated probably about me was because I had bigger eyes than most Asians.
Really?
But it's not like it was something like, oh, she has nice eyes. It was like everything negative, right?
Wow. That is so crazy. And so then after that point, you became like sort of insecure about
I became obsessed about my nose
Wow.
and staying fair skin. I was somebody who was always outdoors. I am typically always outdoors. So I avoided the
So
sun.
she's always naturally tanned.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely stay out away from the sun. And if I'm in the sun, I'm wearing like hats or long sleeves now because I dated him for a really long time. And when I say a long time, it was like a decade. So it's like a decade of trying to look perfect for his parents and his family. And, you know, his siblings and him, they had nice features. They were fair skinned. They had, you know, the cute pointy nose, and, you know, they all had nice features. So hard to not compare yourself to the way they looked.
That's so crazy. You know, it's so crazy that, you know, you were perfectly fine and happy. And then all of a sudden, like this one comment just like puts you on a whole different path, you know, and you see yourself like completely different. And when I first met her and she was telling me about this, I was like, you don't have a big nose. You're not dark. And she was like, you're so light skinned. I was like, I'm not light skinned. I thought everyone was the same, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I did not realize,
It's not something that you notice
until somebody points it out. Yeah.
Like if someone was like, hey, you talk with the list, wouldn't you be like,
oh, wow.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Since when?
Yeah.
And then you start noticing it, right?
It's so crazy though.
Yeah.
You know, that it sucks though that they were so fixated on looks.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Looks was more important to them than anything. Well, I know a lot of East Asian cultures are very fixated on physical appearance. But aside from that, I also got Botox in my traps. And the reason I got Botox in my traps was because I overwork my shoulders a lot. And I know LC knows this because when we work out, nowhere else in my on my body hurts other than my shoulders and my legs. Somehow in my whole entire midsection, it doesn't.
I'd be like, "Ooh, my core," and she was like, "I don't feel anything down there."
Yeah, because I'm using my shoulders. So when you do crunches, right?
Yeah.
I use my shoulders to try to.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
I don't use my core like you're supposed to.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. And so I was like, and even when I had a personal trainer, he always yelled at me, and he would always come and squeeze my shoulder because he's like, I'm using my shoulders when I shouldn't be. So I heard about the Botox, and so I was like, okay, well, let me try it.
Yeah.
And so the doctor that I went to, she's very conservative, and she only did 20 cc's on each side, whereas most people do anywhere between 40 to 45 on each side. So she did half of that. I did feel that after she did the Botox and I went to go work out, I did realize that I was now using the muscles I should be using. Like when you do lat pull down, you're supposed to be doing using your back muscles.
Yeah.
I totally was not. But I did, and I really like that I'm now using muscles that I wasn't using before.
Yeah. That you're supposed to be using.
Yeah.
You'd be going and do all these crazy workouts and not working the muscles is supposed to.
I know. I'm going to have like man shoulders from work. And I think that's why I was also afraid to work out so much of like my upper body, because I was afraid to like have man shoulders.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they do call the trap Botox the Barbie-tox.
Oh.
Because you know how the Barbie has nice
shoulders?
Yeah, nice even shoulders like this, like straight.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
Call it the Barbie-tox. So a lot of people do it to get that really feminine line.
Gee, maybe I should try that.
It is really popular now.
Okay.
Yeah. But for reference, for cost, I can talk about mine because aside from our friends that did hers, we can't give that price because it was a friend discount. But for me, mine was 46, anywhere between 45 to 48 cc's, whether it was the nose, masseters, or traps.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just combining it all. It's about $400 to $500. So it was about $10 per cc's is basically what it is for each one that you do. Most doctors charge anywhere between $12 to $15 per cc, so it just depends on who you go to. Mine was $10 per cc, I think, because I got a discount too, because I referred a friend. So that's why. So if you are interested in cost, that's what it generally would cost if you are interested in getting Botox. Not that you need it, but if you're curious and you want to try, feel free to. Now we'll talk about fillers. I have done fillers. I think the first fillers I did was, again, my nose. I can't help it.
Fillers in your nose. Oh, right. You did tell me about this. Yeah.
I can't help it. Okay. I was obsessed with, fixing my nose. So I did do fillers on my nose just to bring the nose bridge up and try to make the tip a little bit more pointy. I will say I did this long time ago. So I did this in like 2017 because I went back and looked at receipts. So I did it back in 2017. I did go to a doctor, not an injector. I actually went to a plastic surgeon doctor to do it. And at that time, again, this is 2017, it was $950 and for just the nose. I will say that if you want to do or you are curious about doing fillers in your nose, it is very important that you go to somebody who is very experienced, because there have been stories where if they inject it incorrectly, you could potentially go blind. So there is a lot of risk with doing fillers in your nose. So I did it because I wanted to see if it did anything. I will be really honest, I didn't really see a difference.
Yeah.
I was like, this is just like the Botox. There's no difference. I didn't really think that there was a difference. I think there was maybe like a small projection, a very small, but not enough for me to be like, it was worth it.
Okay.
Which is why I never did it again, because I just didn't really see the difference and I just didn't really care for it. During COVID, you know how you had to get the first shot and then you had to get the booster shot. When I got the booster shot, for some really weird reason, the fillers that were still there, and they say fillers go away or dissolve from your body after 2 years. That's a lie. It never really completely leaves your body.
Never? You still have some, you think?
Oh, I'm positive. I still
Oh,
have
wow.
some. And the only reason why I know that I still have some in there, because I went back to the same doctor because I was really considering a rhinoplasty. And so he was filling my nose and he goes, oh, you still have some fillers in here. And this was like 5 years after I've already went to him the first time. So it's still there.
Exactly. That's why I feel like 4 to 6 months for Botox. I don't know. I don't believe it. It depends on your body too.
Yeah. And then when booster shots came out, what was that, 2022?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I got the booster shot, the filler had a weird reaction to it. My nose swelled up pretty badly.
Crazy. Was it painful?
No, it wasn't painful.
It just
felt really
swollen?
tight because it was swollen.
Okay.
But it could have been a reaction to the booster shot. It went down, I iced it and went away. But that really did scare me. I don't know if I would ever do fillers in my nose ever again.
Would you do it in other parts of your face?
I would never do fillers ever again. I mean, after that, when I did do fillers in my lips.
Yes.
I did try that.
That was scary.
Yeah. That was also a scary experience.
Yeah.
Our friend did it for me. And so again, friend discount, so I can't disclose how much that was. She did one syringe. And the reason I did it was, okay, this is really dumb, but I catched that my lips were thin. So I made me a little insecure, And plus I was like, okay, it's inexpensive and, why not try it?
Try
whatever.
once.
Yeah.
That's our motto. Try it once.
Yeah. Let's just all try things. Like, okay, so this is my own personal experience. People claim it's not painful. They're lying. It was painful to me.
It was painful to watch.
It was, she did numb. This was topical numbing. They also have the dental numbing, but, she couldn't do that. So she did topical numbing. Where the needle pokes into didn't hurt. But when the fillers go into a space where it doesn't have space, it feels it's painful. If I was to describe what it felt like, I would say, imagine like a sausage being stuffed with stuff. That's what it felt like. Like
a stuffed sausage. It's already stuffed, and then you're putting a needle and trying to stuff it some more.
Yeah, so you can just imagine. So you can just feel it expanding, like expanding with the fillers in it. And that's my personal experience. I know people have done fillers and said that they don't feel anything, that it was painless. But for me, I don't know. It was really not worth the pain for me. She did it on the sides because my lips tend to swoop down again, I guess, on the sides. So she filled in the sides here and then just a little bit at the top. She didn't do the bottom because it was really just to match my bottom lip, I guess. When it was first done, I would say I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked great.
Like immediately I was like, "Whoa, wow.
Yeah.
It looks nice."
Yeah. But it was the aftermath that scared the hell out
Was
of
it
me.
like that night or the next day?
No,
I
it
don't
was
remember.
that night. It was so
my
funny
God.
because I was supposed to go meet up with this guy I was talking to, and I ended up
Oh my God.
saying no because your brother came into town.
Yep.
And so I was like, you know what, your brother's coming to town. We have to go pick him up at the airport anyway. So no, another time. And it was so weird because I felt like my face felt really like hot. And so I'm like, something's wrong with my face. And so I didn't look at it until we were going to go pick up my brother at the airport, until I realized that my lips have swollen so much from the
Scary.
from the injection.
I just pictured it in my head right now.
And I started freaking out. Like I went on a full on freak because our injector also said not to ice it. I guess some injectors say ice it. She said not to, so that it doesn't end up moving like the fillers out of the place that it was placed into. So she said I couldn't ice it, so I couldn't ice it that day. So it swelled up really, really bad. And I'll insert a photo here.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Excluding what my face looked like, because, you know, that was like no makeup. But I swear I looked like a duck, and I was so afraid that that's what my lips were gonna look like. Even your brother had a really strong reaction to what I looked like. So her brother and I, we've been friends for like 10 plus years. So he's basically like a brother. But he saw me and he was just like, "What did you do to your
He's
face?"
like, "Oh my God, what did you do to your face?"
And I was just like, "Oh my God, is it that bad?" He goes, "Yeah, it is bad." When we finally got into like a well-lit room and I looked, I was scared. I was texting my friend like, "Oh my God, my lips are really swollen. Like, oh, you know, what can I do to make it go down?" Because I couldn't ice it. She's like, "Oh, just let it be. It will go down. Don't worry. You're fine." And I was just on full on panic mode. I was just like
scared for her too.
I was just like, at this point, just take them out. Just take them out. I don't know what you need to do, but just take them out. Is what I felt like. A couple of days later, it did finally go down. I mean, if you look at me now, you probably couldn't tell that I ever got lip fillers.
Yeah.
Only because I only did it that one time. And it's been, a year and a half now at this point, I think.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I think it's been about a year and a half at this point now. Again, with fillers, they don't leave your body, so I can feel a little bit of it and still in my lips.
But you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because it's just like little bump.
Do you have anything on your lips right now, like
Lip gloss?
just gloss, not the plum?
The pupper?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it still looks really good.
No,
Right?
yeah. No one can tell that.
Yeah. I could tell just because I sort of remember how thin it was before, although I never thought anything about it. And like, I didn't think it was like, "Oh my God, your lips are so thin." Like I've seen really thin lips, so I didn't think it was that thin, but yeah.
I mean, again, I never had a problem with my lips either. I never thought that they were thin. It was, the comment was made, so made me like, okay, fine. Since she's here and we're discounted price, let's just see what it does.
But the little bit that's still in there, I feel like it looks good.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the most I would ever do with fillers. Would I
Never again.
I would never ever get fillers again.
I won't ever get fillers.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just feel like the people or celebrities that have gotten fillers, when you look at them, like after a while, right? At first, when they first get it, it looks really nice. First few years, right? But as they age, they start to lump out in their face. Like if you look at, like, let's even say Jennifer Aniston right now, I don't know, girls gotten filler done, I can tell, because she's lumpy, and so I'm like, no, I just don't want that in my face in the future. It might look good in the short term, but the long term, no.
Yeah. I mean, and fillers are known to migrate. People claim that it dissolves from your body. It doesn't. I can attest to that. Again, my last fillers the first fillers I ever had was in 2017. Some of it is still there. And so it just doesn't ever go away. It's foreign things in your body. So your body is going to naturally try to push it out anyways. If you want to do fillers, all good for you. And if that makes you feel better, feel free to do it. Just, I think, be careful and know that they don't really ever completely dissolve. And they will migrate when you get older or as you
age, right?
age,
You know,
yeah.
or even your daily activity. Like, you know, that's why I like gua sha and face yoga,
face
right? That
yoga,
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And also even like I went to this, was it Korean? I forgot what it's called. They massage your face.
Oh, they make it feel like they beat you up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it made me realize that as your age and right, your body's changing, your fat, your meat, all of that is shifting as you age. And as you sit around, you lays down, whatever you do, right? It's impacting your skin, your meat, your whatever. And so if you're injecting other things into it, that's just another thing for it to push things in different places. So I'm like, I just don't want anything else in my face that's gonna cause weird things.
That's gonna get pushed somewhere else.
Yeah. Because like when I went to that Korean massage place, they basically like massaged my face so hard, and they were like, yeah, your one cheekbone is higher than the other, and they were like pushing on it so hard. They basically try to massage your face into symmetry.
Yes.
Like all the fat, all the meat, the bones, and it made me realize, whoa, like your face is so malleable, you know?
Yeah.
And if you don't exercise it and massage it, it just kind of gets stuck in certain place. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have done that.
Yeah.
I went to it was a Korean facial place.
I love it. I want to try a place here in LA.
Oh my God. It was so
I love it.
painful.
It was painful, but I love it.
No.
And you know what? I read that Lady Gaga has it done all the time too. And I was trying to go to her person here, but you know, you got to book so far advanced and stuff. But when I look at Lady Gaga now, I was like, no wonder her face looks so good now. Because when she first started, her face was a little bit asymmetric, but now it looks so good.
I mean, gua sha is kind of the same thing, you know, right? You're moving.
Yep.
You're basically trying to make your face symmetrical, drain all of the lymphatic liquids and stuff like that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and your skin, like as it starts to settle down, you actually like push it to keep it tighten and keep it up, you know.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. I think I would recommend doing that instead of fillers and maybe even Botox. I mean, I haven't done Botox on my face other than the masseters, but
you didn't do your brows or crow's feet or anything? Oh, wow.
No.
Okay.
I
did your nose or no?
I did my
Oh, yeah, you did your nose.
My nose and my masseters. Yeah, but my nose is...
You said you like the one in the nose, though.
Yeah, because even my doctor was saying that, oh, you know, you don't need it. Because I was like, oh, should I do Botox like on my forehead? And she goes, oh, you don't need it. I was like, okay. She goes, maybe in like 10 years, you might consider it. I'm like, by then, I don't
10 years?
I was like,
wow, okay.
I was like, by then I don't care. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Let there be winkles. I don't care. Yeah. So Botox fillers are probably the only two that I know of for like non-invasive, right? And we haven't tried it anywhere else, so I can't talk about anywhere else. The other procedure that I think is really popular, this one's a body one, is EmSculpt.
Oh yeah, I love EmSculpt.
And you introduced me to EmSculpt. So with EmSculpt, we did a Groupon. Elsie has done it before.
Yeah, I did it in New York, and then when I came here, I was like, oh, I'm going to do it again.
Yes. So I did find the Groupon, and when we did it, it was, I didn't realize how expensive it was. It was one session for $550.
One session?
Yeah, and it was on Groupon.
I don't remember. One session?
Yeah.
2 sessions?
No, it was one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But I saw the receipt. The receipt only said one, and it was $550.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was really expensive.
No, for some reason I thought it was like 2.
Oh. And then
or 4.
Well, for comparison, after we did that one session and like a year or 2 later, I did continue to do it, and I bought a package of 10 sessions for $3,000.
Okay.
So you can do the math of whatever that is. So it is expensive.
So you liked it then? That's why you bought a whole package, or what?
No, I know you like it, so you can talk about why you liked it. Okay, see, the difference between me and Elsie is Elsie has a really low body fat percentage. Yeah. So EmSculpt works for her, and she can she can see the results instantly.
Yeah.
And you did it on your
belly and butt.
okay. Those are the most popular places
Yeah.
to do it.
Yep. Some people do it like in the bicep.
Yeah, the arm.
Yeah, the arms. Where else?
Thighs. I mean,
Maybe thighs.
I guess you can do thighs.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, do you want to tell them what EmSculpt is?
You go for it.
Okay.
I feel like you have a better explanation.
Okay. So they basically with EmSculpt, they strap you to a machine, and this machine basically vibrates, right? And it gives like radio frequency to kind of
electromagnetic frequencies or something like that.
So it feels like you're doing either if it's on your butt, it feels like you're doing 100 squats, 1,000 squats. If it's for your midsection, it feels like maybe you did 1,000,000 sit-ups that day.
So basically the electromagnetic frequency, it hits your muscles, and your muscles is contracting.
Yeah.
Inside your body, it's contracting the exact same way it does when you're working out, like when you're doing squats, right? The muscles in your buttocks are contracting, and then the muscle is growing, right? So it's like the same thing.
So Elsie saw good results because she doesn't have a high body fat percentage.
So my muscle was working out.
Yeah.
I was laying there and it was working out.
And you could dial up the notch. Some people can maybe only do 80%. Some people can go all the way up to 100%. Yeah, the higher it is, the more intense it is. It does feel really weird. I didn't really see much results for me because I do carry a lot of weight in my midsection, which is where I got it done. And that's where I also bought the package for it too, is in my midsection. Here's the thing with EmSculpt. It works great if you are just looking to tone it.
Yep.
Like a little bit. Like if you are already working out and you are, eating right, and you just need something to just kind of tighten up right before like a vacation or something, or just to make sure that everything looks tight, that's good for you. I think if you carry a little bit more weight and you're looking of this as a way to quick fix and get skinny, this is not it.
No. It doesn't. The thing is that it doesn't get rid of fat.
Yeah.
It works on your muscles. So if you already have muscles, it'll build up in the muscle and tone you out more.
Yeah.
But if you have a lot of fat, I think it's gonna really take time because fat, it has a lot to do with the other variables in your life. Yeah, what you eat and, exercise and stuff like that. First of all, to decrease the fat first.
Yeah. So I wasted money. Let's just put it that way. I just wasted money.
It's so interesting though because you're not fat.
I carry,
but you have
I carry a lot of weight.
Percentage.
I carry a lot of weight in my midsection, and I do have a higher body fat percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I am stronger than you.
Yeah, so I have no strength.
Yeah, even though I'm stronger than you, I still carry a lot of fat, So there's muscles there. It's just covered by fat. I don't know how else to explain it. So that was a waste of money. I know there's a new version called EmSculpt Neo.
Yep.
Which is supposed to also burn the body fat cells, I guess.
Oh, while it's contracting the muscles?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't tried that only because...
Wow, maybe we should go try it.
I mean, we could. We could try.
We'll report back.
Yeah. Let me get back into a better routine. I would say do EmSculpt if you are already eating healthy, you're working out, and you just want to tighten up. I think it's a good option.
Maybe it's for like scrawny people who needs the muscle build.
It's for people like for people like LC who just needs the extra
muscle,
to build their muscles. Yeah. But other than that, don't waste your money, especially if you're somebody like me who carries a lot of weight, a lot of fat in your midsection. It's not for you. You're not gonna magically fit into that dress that you want to. Okay, from experience, I know.
And then for me, because I am on the thinner side with less fat, but also I have less muscle, I would say, or my muscles are not as developed because I don't have strength. It really helps me, and like I can feel it immediately. Like the next day, I'll go to the gym and I feel like I can lift anything because like my core is so strong. Like my muscles are so strong from the EmSculpt because like typically I wouldn't have that strength, but it's really like kind of working on the muscle and building the muscle for me.
Yeah. Well, now you get two sides to EmSculpt on whether you want to try it or not. Just to give you an idea of the kind of person that I am. I am somebody who like quick results. So if I do something, I expect to, like if I do 100 sit-ups today, I expect to have abs tomorrow.
I do.
I mean, that's the kind of person I am. So when I do these procedures, I just expect instant results. And so when I don't get it, I do get disappointed, which is also why I try a lot of things, because I'm too lazy to do it the right way.
Okay, so that's not how life works, guys. Even with EmSculpt, they say 4 sessions minimum to really get the full results, you know.
Yes. But 4 sessions, but you don't like go start eating, binge eating McDonald's because you're getting
right.
You still have to maintain that exercise. Still have to maintain that eating healthy or relatively healthy.
It doesn't stay, okay.
Yeah. But see, I'm like that. I'm like, oh, because in my mind, because I'm doing EmSculpt, I can eat whatever I want. So, but that's not it. That's not how it works.
No, unfortunately, we wish.
Yeah.
One more caveat with the EmSculpt. I tried a different one, and they say it's EmSculpt, but it's not. So it's like dupe or machines, that use the same technology, but it's not EmSculpt. So like the frequencies are not strong enough or something. So then you just end up wasting your money because like it really doesn't do much. So I would say if you want to try it, make sure it is the EmSculpt machine and the EmSculpt brand, or like a more legit brand. Because everyone, there are some random offices that have these machines now. I can just start my own EmSculpt business and just order a electromagnetic frequency machine or whatever on Amazon and start charging people hundreds of dollars, and the frequency is not strong enough to really contract your muscle. So I would say I learned too. I was like, I'm gonna go with this other place because they're cheaper, and then like you don't really get the result.
Oh, okay. So go to someone who's certified and it is an actual EmSculpt machine, not a Amazon machine.
Yeah.
But I will say, just for body procedures or non-invasive body procedures, I would say for the most part, a lot of them only really work if you have lower body fat percentage, because I have done other things. I've done the lymphatic drainage, the one with the wood where they use...
What's that?
Lymphatic drainage is basically, it's like wood that they use to like basically rolls on your stomach, and it basically drains
massage.
Pretty much
a kind of massage.
It's painful. I think that's painful. Yeah. The wood one is painful. I've also done the body one where they use like a red light, blue light type therapy. With that one, I would say, I did feel that, my midsection was a little bit tighter, but not the kind of results that I was expecting, nor would I waste my money on it.
But it's because she has unrealistic expectations.
Yeah. I would say it did tighten it up a little bit, but you do also have to maintain it, and it is expensive. The wood one, I only did it once, and it was one session. It was like $100. The blue light, red light one, that was a machine. And then she also kind of massages you a little bit afterwards. I did like a 3 session. It was like $400. So that was expensive too. This one was really old though, where you go into a room, they give you this netted bodysuit. You put on this netted bodysuit. You're basically naked. They roll this machine over you. It basically feels like a vacuum that they're vacuuming on your skin to basically, I guess, break up the fat and then kind of like drain it. That one was hella painful.
Really?
Just imagine a vacuum sucking your entire skin and fat. That was painful. I did that one like years ago. No, I did that so long ago. I don't even really remember how much it costs or where I did it. I think it was in Beverly Hills, but I can't even remember the name of the procedure. But I just know that you go into a room, they give you a netted outfit, you put it on, and the machine feels like a vacuum, basically trying to vacuum your fat, but doesn't really vacuum your fat.
You have tried a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? When it comes down to it, there's nothing that's gonna make you lose weight. Okay, you gotta do it yourself.
Have you ever tried the saran? Or like, it's not saran wrap.
Yes,
but it's
I've
like,
done that too.
really, I heard like, and so that you sweat in it or something.
Yes,
I
so
heard it was good.
there's even it was like I think that was a pyramid scheme where they give you
Oh.
like the body, it's like a body lotion type of deal, and you put on your stomach and then you wrap it in saran wrap and you go about your day and it's supposed to like melt the fat off of you. That's no.
Oh my
No,
gosh,
guys. No.
scam.
Yeah. No body lotion or topical cream is going to make you shed the fat or the weight that you want. It may tighten up your skin so that it gives you the effect of you potentially losing weight. The saran wrap part, I think it's really more so that, because you're sweating, you're just dropping body water weight. It's not really fat. You're just losing water weight, So I don't believe in those either. I've done every type of lymphatic drainage, massage, radio frequency, or whatever it is. I've done it all.
Oh my gosh.
That's where my money goes, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Is travel and trying random stuff. That's
Wow.
where I spend my money.
I mean, that's the life, I guess.
But okay. So I mean, this episode was really just to give you information about the Botox, fillers, and the body stuff that we've done, and just to be transparent about what we have experienced with. We do have like facial stuff that we've done, but we can talk about it in another episode where we go into a full on all of the facials, like basically is what it is that we've done, because I have tried a lot different laser ones as well. And Elsie has also tried other facial procedures as well. Nothing surgical, okay? So, but if you're interested about the type of facials that we've done, the type of laser treatments that we've experimented with, let us know. We'll be more than happy to do another episode about all of those procedures. But I hope that this episode was informational and you got something out of it. Again, we are in a no judgment zone. You do what makes you feel better. Just be careful. Do your research. Find a good doctor or injector. If you do decide to do any of that and you do decide to experiment, remember, we only get one body. So, so be nice.
True.
So be nice to it. But other than that, I think we're gonna wrap it up, and I hope you guys got some good information out of this episode. We will see you guys in another episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.